Hello everybody, this is Dr. Rocks with Pounding Rocks Truck Shop, and we are back on Double Dare Extra Large here. So in the previous episode I was mentioning that we're going to be relocating the fuel pressure regulator to underneath the wiper motor here, and my suspicions that the suction hose for the power steering pump was not correct, and I really do think that this might actually be my problem. So this truck's motto is 1 step forward, 15 steps back, then 1 leap forward. I haven't tested this thing yet. I don't want to put any fuel pressure to it and then have to take the blower off and drain gas everywhere. I just don't want to do that. I'm just going to leave it in its current sleeping state. But I ordered 1/2 inch suction hose from Napa today, and that's not the right size. Turns out it's 5/8. Even though we measured it and we thought maybe it had expanded a little bit over the years, it turns out that it's actually 5/8 hose. So I had a chunk of 5/8 hose here, and this is not even remotely close to how squeezable the hose I just took off was. The other hose, I swear, had to be like a garden hose or something. So I think that was probably my problem. So it's sitting here just as kind of a test to see how it fits, how it looks. You know, is it really in, snug or whatnot? Do I need to trim it any? Which it actually looks pretty good. It's not touching anything. Everything seems to be clear. My biggest problem is I don't have the right size hose clamps. Stupid, because this hose is actually thicker than what I took off, so the hose clamps that were on it don't clear because obviously the hose is thicker. So the saga continues. So tomorrow I'm going to have to get heavy duty hose clamps for 5/8 oil hose. Dumb, I know, but on to the next topic. Follow me. Blue's keeping guard. These are Nissan fuel pressure regulators. They are all various states of junk, and they are all different. Well, 2 of them are the same, and 1 is different. 1 is shorter. You tell me which one is which. I have no idea. Nissan doesn't really put any kind of valuable information on it. Well, maybe if I sand it up a little bit, there might be some information on the top of this. Looks like it says Hitachi and something on that. This one says absolutely nothing. This one says absolutely nothing. All 3 of these are garbage. Either they were bleeding down too quickly, or in one circumstance they were Benny found a toad earlier, and now he's obsessed with that area because there was a toad in there. They were either bleeding down too quickly, or they weren't getting up the pressure, or the third one was that they were actually, the diaphragm inside was blown, and so fuel was coming out of the nipple fitting, which you don't want. You got to be dry by now. These have been sitting outside for at least 6 months. Say hello to their replacement. I got to thank my buddy Rob on infamousnissan.com for coming up with this. This goes to show that back then, the 90s, 80s, and 90s Nissan era, everything was slightly machined and manufactured to the same, so things are interchangeable. This is an elbow listed for an SR20 DET, to be able to relocate to have a manual adjust fuel pressure regulator. Well, it just so happens to have the exact same size, O-ring, and fitting here as this guy. So if you look closely, these are both the same. Bolt holes are spaced the same, the O-ring's the same, everything is the same on it. My plan is to replace the current fuel pressure regulator that's on the truck right now with this, orient it off the back of the rail in such a way that I can run the hose across the firewall to the new Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. I'm still setting this up. I haven't got all the pieces. I went to the hardware store, bought all the brass, and 3/8 is not really the most popular size that they got there. They got 1/2, 3/4, and 1/8, and all that in 1/4. But 3/8 I cleared out. So there's 2 3/8 pipe plugs that are blocking off both of the feed ports here. This is the tank return, and there's a 3/8 bushing with a 1/8 adapter so I can install the fuel pressure gauge, and then there's boost reference. So this port here, this remaining port here, is going to get a barb fitting. That's going to come off of the fuel pressure elbow, which is right here behind me, behind my big butt. So kind of looking at it laid out, let's see, say that's the rail regulator, or where the regulator used to be. It's going to go across to this guy and then down to the tank using the existing hosing and everything. Pressure is set using this lock nut and this collar, and then from there boost reference will adjust the pressure based on whether I'm really on the throttle or not. So that should be everything I need to be able to solve two problems today: fuel pressure regulator and its stupidity. The regulator is going to go right here. That's where it's going to sit, right behind here next to the catch can. Looks nice because they're both the same color, even though it doesn't maintain the same theme of the blue, but whatever, who cares? We're not here for style points. And the return line is right here anyways. This is the fuel return line. So I'm just going to unhook that and run it over to the bottom of this, and we should be good to go. So that's it. Fuel pressure hose, which I believe was my ultimate problem. I believe it was getting crushed under suction and causing cavitation, and that was getting the fluid to just start bubbling over and just push air like crazy. I just need to get the clamps for that. I got to pull the blower off to get access to that fuel pressure regulator, which you can barely see it, but you can see it down in here. I'd have to shine a light, but right down in here underneath this tube, it's right there. So I have to reach down with 2 screws, take the 2 screws off, pop everything off from there, and then away we go. Not doing that tonight. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Like, share, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Share the channel as much as you can, because this channel has been throttled lately and is not getting the view counts that I believe that this channel deserves. So if everybody can, pass it along to your friends. I've got a lot of projects here that are of interest to Nissan people in general. I'll give you a quick walkthrough because I do have a minute left on the phone. This is the Autocross hardbody, my 1995, if the camera will focus, my 1995 D21 hardbody. Lots of suspension and brake work done. This thing's got a lot of autocross time on this channel. This, I'll step back so you can see it. This is another project that's under construction. This is a 1970 Datsun 521 pickup, a restoration that was started in the late 70s, and I am going to continue its legacy. Lots of parts. We also have Time Machine 720, my 720 pickup that takes me back to 1996 whenever I sit inside of it. Of course, Double Dare Extra Large, Supercharged Pathfinder body swap. And we're getting into this guy. My 2010 Infiniti G37X. I'm turning it into a daily. There's some videos about this. Lots of other Nissan stuff coming up. So, as I said, like, share, and subscribe. Give me a comment down below. Show me some love. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much for tuning in. See ya.